Unintentional injuries are just as devastating as those intentional ones.
Hey, the way those bodies have been flying in that paint today, there have been a lot of collisions, and this one just happened to be at the right place.
Well, if Oliver ever had any thoughts about
the wrong place,
not playing football, he probably would have second thoughts about it after taking that shot.
Well, you know, when you're tired, too, you're going to take advantage there and lay on that floor a little longer. And Oliver certainly had an outstanding game, an outstanding tournament.
Well, Arkansas will play their last game in the Southwest Conference today. And next year they move into the SEC, where there will be crowds of better than 15 to 16 and still on some courts better than 20,000 on a given night. And with a minute and a half to go, Alabama leads Tennessee for that SEC tournament championship.
So many of the conference tournaments have been full of upsets, but this tournament here has gone pretty much according to plan.
Wallace puts it up and in. Well, Texas will go to the party. They'll be one of the 64 teams invited to the NCAA tournament. As Benford Williams misses it, Colley and Cambridge down low, can't get anything done, and here comes Arkansas again. Todd Day, the look away pass to Bowers.
Good block there by Jeans, but he just continued on into his body. And look, Byers right here. He's ready to go, isn't he?
Boy, he's a tough player.
He said, let's wrap it up right here and go home. But this was over.
You know, he's only 5'10", but boy, there's become a place for that size player in the NBA. I think the attitude's changed the last couple of years.
There are a lot of them, and I had a player in Kentucky, Dickie Beal, that Byers reminds me a lot of, and they're so valuable. They do so many things for you, breaking down that defense, penetrating, kicking that ball off, and that's the key. If they could read the defense and know when to pass and when to shoot. And Byers is a good one. He's really come along in this tournament.
Oliver Miller, he's going to get the rest. So Oliver's going to be well rested going into the NCAA tournament. He's had a lot of rest during the Southwest Conference tournament.
He's played about not much more than 20 minutes a game, and has had a lot of rest. I think that's pretty much Coach Richardson's style.
And Benford Williams gets the bucket. 94-63. Can you believe this is a 6-point game at halftime? But Arkansas came out with a 12-0 run to begin the second half. Todd Day hit a three-pointer. They got another couple three-pointers from Lee Mayberry. And all of a sudden, Texas was just totally out of sync. And that ever-present Arkansas defensive pressure just wore the Longhorns down.
Good things start happening to you in bunches, too. You get a couple of turnovers, a couple of quick bounces. Then someone hits that three outside, and you just see it on the faces of the Texas players that they're in a little bit of a state of shock. And that creates more mistakes, gets contagious on the floor. You lost the confidence. The spirit rises to Arkansas, and that's where the 30 points come from.
Tom Penders now will think about the tournament, but also he's got to start thinking about next year because they lose 6 seniors. 4 of the 5 starters. They've got a pretty good recruiting class, 5 high school players and a junior college player, a couple of red shirts.
He's got 3 red shirts. B.J. Tyler transferred from DePaul, certainly a good guard, and will help this ball up that year.
Just over 9 minutes to go. And on the other side of the coin, the Day, to Miller, to those juniors stay at Arkansas. Or will they be enticed to come out?
Well, that's a question a lot of ask of Day, although there's been no mention from his camp that he's interested in turning pro. Just speculation on the part of the fans and some of the media.
Fletcher won't go. Dudek the rebound. And foul from behind as Hank Dudek started out his college career at Richmond and played quite a bit last year for the Longhorns, but this year the season long as time fell down.
He wears the goggles because he's legally blind on his left eye. You got to give him a lot of credit for getting out here and knocking and banging. in a hotly contested game like this one, or basketball in general.
So Dudick hits the free throw.
Dudick's father was captain at St. Joseph up in Pennsylvania back in the late 40s. So he comes from a basketball family. Takes those goggles down when he shoots the free throw.
Just like Moses Malone.
They pick up those
94-65. 8:20 left to go. Mayberry still in. Look at this move by Lee Mayberry.
He took it under the arm, brought it back up, got the basket.
That's what you call exposing it a couple of times for everybody to see, and then doing what you want with it.
Williams draws the foul.
This is a move that you can do with a 30-point lead, Joe, late in the game.
Well, he could. I believe that Mayberry can do this most any time. But you see how he showed it and then brought it under the defensive arm.
And Wallace with 12 points and 12 rebounds will check out of the game right now. And I think Nolan Richardson has found himself another player off the bench.
I like the move that he made on the drive to the basket off of the fast break. He ran the middle on the break, came right down the lane, got the basket, laid it in. Big man always get a thrill from that. Only one thing he'd like to do better than that is take it behind his back on that move.
I don't have anybody but Williams and Wright scoring for Texas in the second half. They've scored just 16 points here so far.
There haven't been that many baskets.
Miller, kind of surprised to see him back in there.
I'm impressed that somebody can put him on the floor.
Dudick doesn't ever have to play against him again. He can get after it pretty good. Well, Hank Dudick will come down to shoot too. And Nolan Richardson wants a timeout with 7:48 to go from Dallas. 96-65, and we'll return after this message and a word from our ABC station. Roger Schwabel, Joe B. Hall back with you at Reunion Arena in Dallas, Texas, where Arkansas has blown this game wide open here in the first 6 minutes of the second half. They went on a 12-0 run to begin that second half after leading by 6 at halftime. And Hank Dudick at the line right now. Turnovers has been a big thing, Joe, for Arkansas. The first 2 games this tournament, they forced 53 and only had 23 on their own. And so far, they've forced Texas into over 20 turnovers.
Well, you don't mind turnovers against the press if on the end you're getting a good shot and you can score. But where it's really hurt Texas, they expected to have that many turnovers. They have 20 turnovers against Arkansas every time they play them. But they want to get the good shot when they do beat the press, and they've only shot 31% the second half. So that's where they've gone in the wrong direction. It's just that they haven't converted when they broke the press. They just their shot selection just hasn't been that good.
Foul is on Hank Dudick, and Oliver Miller is going to go to the foul line right now. Miller went to Southwest High School in Fort Worth. The official program lists Miller at 285 pounds, and he's 285 pounds, and he says, yes, fast food is my nemesis.
I had a player like that one time. Melvin Thurston.
Yeah.
They call Melvin Jenner Bell Mel. So I think Miller is going to have to get control of his weight. He uses his weight well. He uses it well at positioning, taking the ball up to the basket and getting good offensive rebounding position. But running the floor and thinking about pro basketball, he can lose that 20.
Foul was on Cambridge. Field goals in the second half. Texas 31%, Arkansas 54%. And look at Arkansas has outscored Texas 42-17 and make that 43. to 17. He's got a nice touch for a big man, and we noticed that when talking about Oliver Miller, not only his shooting, but his touch passing. The folks missed at the beginning, one of the first plays, a touch pass he made in the lane. Well, there's very few players